Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the FPV EGG from LDARC, or formerly known as KingKong RC. And this is basically an updated version of the Fly EGG 130, but I believe it's a little bit larger here to accommodate the Micro Swift. So they made basically two changes in the design from the Fly EGG. They added the Micro Swift here, CCD camera, and before it was a CMOS camera, a little tiny micro CMOS camera. But since this is a lot larger, they had to probably change the frame here, make it a little bit wider to accommodate the camera, and also change the design of the mount here as well. But still the same aluminum shape here of the side cage. And they also changed the motors. They had, I believe, 1105 7000 kV motors, like the silver motors. Those were not very good. They overheated a lot of them burned out on a lot of people. So they switched to these much better Sunnysky motors, and they actually are KingKong RC branded, but it says made by Sunnysky. Pretty good motors. These are the blue ones, the 1104 7500 kV motors. Very nice. It's stuck with the same 2.8-inch KingKong props and the same flight controller. It's a Pico VLX based flight controller, same 10 amp 4-in-1 AC. It is a BLHeli SESC like on the previous models, but because of the way the flight controller is, they're not using D-Shot. It is just set for multi-shot only. But everything else is the same. The frame obviously is a little bit bigger. Like I said, it's 135 millimeters instead of 130, but it's the same X-frame. Same buzzer here. You got the receiver on the bottom, of course. You got your rubber band, and you got your foam here for your battery pads. Pretty nice. It does come with a different battery now. Still have the JST connector. And then you get a 2S 550 GNB battery. It's a pretty good battery. High C rating, 80 to 160. Flies fairly well, but again, it's still just 2S, not 3S. I think everyone would like to go 3S here, but with the 10 amp 4-in-1, I would probably stick to 2S because the 2.8-inch prop is probably going to be too much amp draw for this. If you want to go 3S with this ESC, I think in this motor, I think you probably have to go down to a 2.5-inch prop. I may try that for a future video. Now, the camera mounting here is kind of interesting. I thought maybe you could loosen the screw up here and adjust the camera angle, but that's not the case. If you look on this side, there is no screw here, but there is one over here. And then there's a little metal bracket that's on the inside here that actually attaches to the camera, and you can kind of see that right there. That locks it into place along with this screw here, and you get basically three positions. You get 15, 30, and 45 degrees, and it defaults to 15. I switched to 30 to get a little more angle. You could go up to 45, although it's a little bit challenging because the camera is going to butt up against the video transmitter here, so I was not able to get it to 45. You would probably have to move the video transmitter back. It's on there with some sticky foam, and you'll have to do something here to adjust that, but I got 30 degrees, no problem. And I do like this locking mechanism here that just basically take the screw out, move it up to the screw in, and then it'll lock the camera angle. Now the Micro Swift here is actually the Micro Swift 2, so it does have a the voltage sensor cable. However, whatever they did in terms of wiring it up, which you can't really see because it's all hidden inside this heat shrink, they didn't wire it up correctly, or they wired it up to the 5-volt regulator, because what you see on the OSD screen on the FPV flight footage is just 4.1 volts and doesn't change. So they did not wire that to the VBAT or the battery connection. So either they didn't connect up the voltage sensor, or they're just reading off the voltage off of the camera power that's coming from the video transmitter. I kind of looked into it, but I can't really tell because it's all heat shrunk here, so I can't tell which wires are what. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. So maybe if you guys are interested in a mod video, I could probably take this apart and figure out what's wrong. But in order to fix the camera OSD to read the correct voltage, I think it would require taking this apart and then doing some resoldering at some point inside here. So let me know if you guys are interested in something like that. Okay, so we're going to get a weight measurement here, and comes in at about 87.7 grams, almost 88 grams. And you throw on the battery here, it comes in at 122.7, 22.8 grams. Okay, so this is just me flying this around on the stock PIDs. I did check the configuration, and I believe this is flying an older version, Betaflight 316 or 317, and the PIDs are, I think, this kind of this like the standard PIDs that all the KingKong products seem to come with. The P and D gains are like in the low 20s, and I think it's kind of low for this model. And I think it's the same ones that were on the FlyEgg 130 and also the FlyEgg 100. But since it did come with a set tune from the factory, I decided to go ahead and fly it out of the box as it is. And I did want to get an opinion from you guys as to whether or not you think that this is of value to fly it out of the box if it comes with a factory tune. This is what I've been doing. Well, some of these models, they come with just a default tune, like you can just tell that they just flashed Betaflight on there with no settings whatsoever, no modes, no changes to the default PIDs, nothing like that. And in that case, I usually try and do a little bit of tuning before I fly it. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think of that. I'm really sure if you guys prefer seeing this already tuned or just prefer seeing it how it comes out of the box from the factory. So would like to know your opinion on that in the comments, so please let me know. But in terms of the way this flies, I think that the P and the D gains are a bit low. If I were to tune this, I'd probably raise it up, bump it up to about 30, 35, maybe 40 on the P, see how that does, and then maybe the D gain, bump it up from like 20 to maybe 30, 35. It just kind of depends. I think that on this day here was a little bit windy as well, so it is kind of bouncing around a little bit, so that may also affect my thinking on how this is flying. So, but you know, it does fly okay out of the box. It's just that it's just not a really good tune, at least in my opinion. So, but let me know what you guys think on flying it out of the box like this. If you think that this is a good idea or not a good idea, and I'll try and adjust the future videos to accommodate.